running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one in the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow Joe chasing a check.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Prescott now on second down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is first and goal from about the 8. Now Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A second down throw for Prescott. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a 1st quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, 46. Let's go, let's finish now. 26.
Second down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They have 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
This is Elliott, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now here comes Kansas City. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Ace. Ace.
Now Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work out a little bit more.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got a man. It's Williams. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Harris has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, They just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And again, it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Butker now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And finding the tight end Hooper. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here you go. Here you go. Wide eight.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go. Wide eight. Ready, take.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He may try and run for this. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because
touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 55 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run. This is Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. All right, hey. Here we go, 47. Gun.
1st down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the red zone now, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott from the gun, trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And now running right through it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And out now come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said, because it actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Number 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now it's Patterson. And And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Second down, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Prescott. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bowman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. Oh, no, lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish,